She has a deep crush on you when she does this with her eyes. Here's why she's trying hard to hide it. Her words are neutral, her smile controlled, but her eyes, they betray everything. There's a certain way a woman looks at you when she's trying not to get caught. A way that only happens when the crush runs deep, and you men have probably seen it without realizing just how intense that moment really was. And trust me, it's never just a look. It's an invitation wrapped in fear. Number one, when her eyes linger longer than usual in direct eye contact. You've probably had this moment before. You're mid-con conversation, maybe not even saying anything particularly special, and then you notice it. She's still looking at you longer than expected, not blinking much, not scanning the room, just holding your gaze. That's not nothing. When a woman maintains eye contact socially acceptable, few seconds, it's not accidental. She's trying to tell you something without saying a word. And here's what's fascinating. According to behavioral psychologist Patty Wood, prolonged eye contact is one of the strongest non-verbal cues of romantic interest. It signals focus, emotional connection, and most of all, curiosity. You might be thinking, but what if she's just being polite? That's a fair question, but women who are being polite will usually glance, smile, and move on. There's a rhythm to that. This kind of stare doesn't follow that pattern. It lingers. It deepens. Sometimes it even slows the conversation without either of you noticing. And here's the part most men miss. She's watching you. Watch her if her gaze holds just a second longer than it should, and she doesn't flinch when you meet her eyes. That's not random. It's her giving you permission to notice her. And once you do, everything changes too. The soft gaze that signals deep attraction. There's a kind of look women give when they're not just interested, but emotionally pulled toward you. It's not intense, it's not piercing, it's soft. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Her eyes seem almost relaxed. There's no pressure in them, no tension in her face, just this quiet, gentle gaze that feels like she's seeing something in you that even you forgot was there. Psychologists often refer to this as the soft gaze of affection. And unlike a stare, which can feel aggressive or performative, this look is calm, present, and emotionally open. It's the kind of gaze someone gives when they feel safe, or when they're imagining something deeper with you. What's wild is you'll often catch it when neither of you is speaking. She's just looking, maybe smiling lightly, like she's somewhere else in her head, but her eyes are on you. That's not disinterest. That's her processing feelings. She may not be ready to say out loud. It's also the gaze that tends to happen when there's physical closeness. You're sitting next to each other. She's not looking around. She's not checking her phone. She's just with you. And that look, that soft gaze, it only happens when her attraction is more than just surface level. Number 3, how she lowers her eyelids when she's comfortable with you. This one is easy to miss because it's so subtle, and yet it speaks volumes. When a woman starts lowering her eyelids around you, especially during moments of calm or connection, she's not bored, she's not tired, she's actually letting her guard down. It's the body's natural way of signaling comfort, safety, and trust. Think about it. When you're on edge, you're defensive. Your eyes widen. You're more alert, more reactive. But when she feels relaxed in your presence, her eyelids start to soften. Her gaze drops slightly. It's the visual version of taking a deep breath. Now here's where it gets interesting. According to body language expert Janine Driver, this behaviour can actually be a subconscious flirtation cue. When her eyelids lower just a bit, it creates a more sensual expression, what some even call bedroom eyes. It's not overt, but it's deeply felt. You might notice this when she's sitting across from you, talking in a low voice, or laughing softly. Her eyes were half closed, not to block you out, but because her body is saying, "I'm not on guard anymore." And that's powerful because attraction isn't always loud or obvious. Sometimes it shows up in the quietest, most natural ways, like the soft drop of her eyelids when she's letting herself feel something real. Number 4, the subtle side eye that hints at secret attraction. It's quick, it's quiet, and it almost never looks like what it actually is. The subtle side eye, not the kind people give when they're annoyed or judging, but the version that's a little more playful, a little more curious, and a whole lot more revealing than it looks at first glance. Here's what usually happens. You're in the same space, maybe not even talking. She's pretending to be focused on something else. Her phone, her drink, a conversation with someone nearby, but out of nowhere. Her eyes flick to you, from the side, and then, just as quickly, they're gone. It's not just a glance, it's a scan. That's her checking you out without wanting to get caught doing it. What's even more fascinating is that this type of look shows up when she's still guarding her feelings. According to a study published in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior, indirect gazes, especially from the side, can indicate attraction when paired with tension or nervousness. So when she's stealing that look, she's not just noticing you. She's feeling something she's trying not to reveal, and it's that push and pull, that little flicker of secret attention that tells you she's into you, but she's not ready to admit it. Not yet. Number 5. Her eyes narrow in a flirtatious manner during conversation. This one is sneaky because it feels like she's sizing you up, but in reality, she's inviting you in. When a woman's eyes narrow slightly during a conversation with you, it can feel intense, like she's studying your every word, but don't mistake that look for judgment. What you're seeing is a flirtatious response rooted in genuine interest. It's a playful kind of squint, just enough to soften her face while keeping her attention locked on you. It's the eye version of a smirk, and it often happens when you've just said something clever, something unexpected, or something that made her pause and look at you a little differently. According to psychologist Dr. Monica Moore, subtle facial expressions, like eye narrowing, are used to communicate sexual interest without being direct. They're signals, invitations, and when they show up in the middle of a conversation, especially when she's smiling or biting her lip, that's not just friendliness, that's chemistry. She might lean in a little tilt. Her head, keep eye contact just long enough to make you wonder what she's thinking. That narrowed glance says, "I see you, and I'm curious." And if you mirror that energy with calm confidence, that's where attraction starts turning into tension. The good kind. Number 6. When her pupils dilate while listening to you, this is one of those signs you can't fake. Even if you tried, when her pupils dilate while she's listening to you. That's not just a lighting thing. It's a biological response to emotional arousal and interest. And the crazy part, she probably doesn't even realize it's happening. According to research published in the journal Psychological Science, our pupils naturally expand when we're looking at something or someone we find attractive or emotionally stimulating. It's involuntary. You can't control it. And it's one of the oldest, most primal signals the human body gives off when desire is present. So if you're talking and you notice her eyes, not only locked in on you, but her pupils are slightly wider than before, that's real, that's raw, and it means something. Inside her is fully tuned into you. You'll often see this in moments when the room goes quiet, or when the topic gets unexpectedly personal. Maybe you're sharing a story or being vulnerable, and suddenly her eyes feel deeper, like there's more behind them than she's letting on. That dilation, that's interesting connection. And once you learn to spot it, you'll start realizing just how loud a woman's silence can be, especially when her eyes are doing all the talking. Number 7, the way her gaze flickers when she sees you interacting with other women. This one reveals more than she'd ever admit out loud. Let's say you're talking to another woman, maybe just being friendly. You're not doing anything unusual, but if she likes you, even a little, her eyes won't be able to stay still. There's a flicker, a fast glance in your direction, followed by a shift, like she caught herself looking and quickly pulled away. That flicker matters. Psychologists call this a territorial micro-expression. It's rooted in a mix of curiosity, concern, and yes, jealousy. Even if she's smiling, even if she's pretending she doesn't care, her body language slips before her ego can catch up, and it usually shows in the eyes. First, you might notice her gaze bounce from you to the woman you're talking to and back to you. It's not rage, it's not dramatic, it's fast controlled, but it's happening, and it speaks volumes because when a woman is emotionally invested in you, especially when she hasn't confessed it, yet seeing you connect with someone else triggers something ancient, something real. She's not just watching, she's measuring, wondering if that woman sees what she sees. That flicker is her moment of panic disguised as poise. And if you catch it, don't ignore it. It's one of the strongest silent signs she's hiding. A deep crush. Number 8, a quick glance followed by a shy look away. A classic sign of interest. You've definitely seen this before, even if you didn't know what it meant. It's that quick glance, the one that barely lasts a second, and then she looks away almost too fast, like she touched a hot surface with her eyes and had to retreat before anyone noticed. This isn't random, it's a classic sign of interest, and it happens because she doesn't want you to catch her in the act. That brief eye contact followed by a shy look down, or to the side, is her way of saying, I see you and I hope you didn't see me seeing you. It's playful, it's bashful, and most of all, it's involuntary. According to experts in social psychology, people tend to avert their gaze quickly when they feel emotionally vulnerable in attraction dynamics. It's a micro-behavior that signals curiosity mixed with hesitation. She wants to look, but she's afraid you'll figure out what that look really means. You might notice this happen in casual environments, at a party across the room at work, even in passing on the street. She sees you, her eyes light up for a split second, and then gone. But that glance, that shy retreat, it's not rejection. It's her fighting the urge to let her eyes say too much. Bonus point when she looks at you like she's trying to memorize your face. This one isn't loud. It doesn't come with flirting or teasing. It's quiet still, and it carries more weight than any compliment ever could. When a woman looks at you like she's trying to memorize your face, it means she's fully present. She's not just attracted to how you look. She's attached to how you make her feel. And in that moment, her eyes aren't observing, they're recording. You'll usually catch this look when things slow down. Maybe after a deep conversation, maybe during a moment of silence when neither of you feels the need to fill the space. She just gazes at you softly like she's taking mental snapshots. She doesn't want to forget psychologists often associate this kind of gaze with emotional imprinting. It's how we hold on to moments we wish would last longer. You're not just someone she's interested in, you're someone she remembers. And the truth is, most men don't notice it when it happens. They brush it off as a daydream or a passing glance, but for the few of you who recognize it, that look is rare. And if you ever see it, pause, smile. Let her know you see her too, because in her silence, she just told you everything. If this video helped you recognize even one of these signs, go ahead and tap the like button. It helps more than you know and tells YouTube this is the kind of content you want more of. Make sure you subscribe for daily insights like this, straight from a woman's perspective, so you never miss the subtle truths no one else is telling you. And if you've got a friend who keeps missing the signs, share this with him. Trust me, he'll thank you later. We've also handpicked a powerful next video for you, right here on your screen. Click on it now to keep learning and leveling up. Thanks for watching, you guys. We'll see you back.